The idea of using a grenade in airsoft brings a whole new dimension to the game. Grenades have been around for a while and are usually made to serve one purpose. Sure, there are some grenades like Thunder Bees and XL Bursts that go bang, but ones that actually expel BBs comes in many forms and only does the one thing the one way, because that's how they're designed. However, the Avatar grenade hopes to change the game by becoming the world's first adaptable, interchangeable, multifunctional smart grenade, but at a price of $99 US, what exactly are you buying? Yes, $99 isn't that cheap, and I can already see nearly every single one of you scrolling down to the comments section to share your opinion. I can buy this and that mini grenades of another brand for that price. I have a sidearm that's cheaper than that, and I can clear rooms myself, meh. What if I lose it, or somebody steals it? Then it's just a waste of $99 US. Those are all very valid points, and yes, that's what some of you kind of sound like in my head. But what if I told you that you're not just purchasing the one grenade, you're investing in a project that is continually expanding, growing, evolving. How? Well, the grenade itself comes in two parts. The core, which contains the gas and determines the way it detonates, and the skins, which contain the BBs and determines how the BBs spread. This is the Mark 1, and here is its skin. The surface is made out of a high-density nylon fiber, and there are 6 slots around the edge where you insert a total of 75 BBs. The holes have been designed so the BBs wouldn't just fall out if you're holding it a certain way. The internal casing is made out of aluminium. You can see the holes on the inside where the gas would eventually push through and disperse all the BBs. This is the CNC aluminium core with an internalized steel piston. You can charge the gas from underneath for about 20 seconds. It can only be charged once it is in safe mode. More on that in a sec. And yes, 20 seconds may sound like a very long time and a waste of gas, but that would ensure the best spread of BBs. On top, you'll notice the switch. Right now, it's currently in safe. And you can tell that by pressing it inwards. And if it doesn't allow you to press it inwards, it means it isn't safe. One can easily be confused by the placement of the switch and its alignment, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's in firing mode. Turning it counterclockwise will arm it, as you can now press it inwards. But they've changed it from an F to an A, meaning armed. At this point, it is ready to go. If you look at the inside portion, you'll notice that's where the gas expels in all directions, eventually flowing into the skin, then outwards, but it'll only detonate once it hits a hard surface. Yes, it's an impact grenade. Once it has detonated, the piston is released. It needs to be put back into position. Just hit the base against a hard surface like a table or the base of your shoe or Quake's skull. And now it's back in position. Quickly set it to safe and recharge it like so. It's really that simple. Now this is durable enough for me to throw around willy-nilly on its own, but it's really no fun that way. Just insert it into the core and turn it counterclockwise till it's sealed. And if it starts getting tough, do not fret, as the grenade itself also comes with dog tag lookalike keys, which you could use to tighten or loosen the core. But that also means that the surface of the core is in dire need of lubrication. So yes, if you're using it very frequently in a short span of time, every so often, it's best to lubricate before insertion and the eventual and inevitable ejaculation of BBs and gas. Or change the rubber O-ring. Did I make things uncomfortable? Anywho, once it's all together, you'll no longer need to separate the core from its skin if you need to recharge gas. Just slam it against something like Quake's skull and then set it to safe. And there you have it. But wait, there's more. If you've seen the larger RedWolf TV production episode featuring the Avatar grenade, you'll notice one of these. This is the orb skin, and it's of a rubberized texture and it's round. There are also 6 holes in the top and the bottom for a total of 12 holes, having a capacity of around 80 BBs. Now I say around 80 because it's still a prototype, and Avatar is still fine-tuning it. The O-ring helps retain the BBs, and more holes means more space for gas to flow, meaning little less power, but due to its rubberized nature, this one can roll on hard surface without blowing up prematurely. I mean, you would hope that it will eventually hit something like a wall or a door or a quick's face, something that will burst pleasure pellets all over. But that's if you bowl it accurately. Avatar will be releasing these in the future, so you need to keep an eye out for them. That's about it, folks. I guess it's time we need to No, we can't chrono these. Guess it's time we can have fun with them. During my time in America's American Milsim and sure in Hong Kong games, we all fall victim to terrible grenade throws. I mean, I've done it, I've seen some of my friends do it, we all did it. But here's to doing that again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this grenade in my vicinity. I'm going to see its BB spread and see if it actually hits me anywhere close to my face and see how far it goes. Here's to dropping the grenade. There's a good spread there. About 10 meters in diameter, it just hit my chin, so it does have a good height to it and a good depth. I'm sure we've all been in a position where you see your enemies or a group of enemies 20 meters away in their own room, and you are pinned down, and they're also pinned down from other people firing upon them, and you can only shoot at them with your guns, except you thought, what about if I throw a grenade into the room? Unfortunately, the fact that it is 20 meters away makes throwing the grenade rather dangerous. What if somebody intercepts? You could hit somebody in the face and you don't want to cause an accident. So what one would do is that they would remove the core from the Mark 1, put it inside the orb. A regular person would most likely have a core inside the orb anyway. So you just switch it out and see how it rolls. Alright, what you saw there was that the orb didn't expel the BBs once it hit the target. The target itself, the mannequin, is hollow. If it hits somebody fleshy or body armor or your shoes, it may not necessarily go off. It needs a much harder surface, like the wall or the floor. Then it expels all the BBs. You want to throw it into the center of a room to get the widest dispersion to hit as many people as you can. You don't necessarily have to hit someone. Alright, that was a lot of fun. Let's head back downstairs. Earlier on, I said something along the lines of, what if I told you that you're not just purchasing the one grenade? You're investing in a project that is continually expanding, growing, evolving. Now what I meant by this is that Avatar are not just releasing the one skin, or skins with a Z as they call it. They plan to release more, many more. And it's not just the skin, but the cores too. If you've seen the video at the beginning of the year, you'll notice that the core that features the red flashing light. This is it. But it's also a prototype, something that they're hoping and perfecting for the near future. They also want to release a timer core and a remote detonation core. How awesome is that? There are so many variations you can go for, and this is only the beginning. Now is probably the time you go down to the comments section and let me know what you think. If you haven't already checked out the Avatar Grenade mini-movie, and if you want to find out more on this and many other cool products, click on the card or in the link in the description, or you can go to our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. Hope you had a blast watching this review. Porn Stash.